So like I said, I'll try to commentate this as best as possible to make it available for all the people in my chat that don't play Quake, because I have quite a few people that don't play Quake. So the game just started. There are 2 objectives. Up there is Mega. Mega respawns every 35 seconds, and then there's something called Red Armor. Red Armor also respawns every 25 seconds, and they're like map objectives. Think heavy ammo from Destiny, and they help you control the map. These yellow armors also spawn 25 seconds, and they only give 50 armor.
Oh, what is that game sounds? Let's go. And Rapha,
so here's a really early fight, and Evil had better position. So a lot of Quake Live and Quake Champions is about predicting your enemy, and these 2 are like the top of their form. So Evil's trying to pick up the yellow armor right now, and he's trying to get stack control because that first fight left him really weak. He's going to go ahead and take Mega here when it comes up, and he's setting up for position now. So he's just getting off spam rockets. He got a really nice rocket off there. And so right now, he's going to try to get the key. The key is very important because it allows you to control the entire upper side of the map. Actually, I think Rapha has the key. I'm not sure. Those are all armor stats? Okay, so the right-hand side just shows like the next time they're going to be up. So it's a countdown timer. It's specifically for spectators. The players can't see these over here. So like I said, red is every 25. These 2 yellow armors are every 25. And Mega is every 35. However, their armor stat, I don't know how well you can see my mouse. It's down below. It's like right below my finger. Like all the way down here. That's the armor stat. Max stat for armor is 200. Max health is 200. So essentially what we call it is a stack. And when you have 200, 200, that's a 400 total stack. Meaning you need to deal 400 damage to kill your enemy. And that's approximately 4 direct rockets. It's very hard to do that, though. Never rely off your aim in this game. God, no. Quake Champions you can, but not this game. So Rapha has key right now. Rapha's entire strategy right now is to do damage so that he can fight for potentially both items. Mega's coming up here soon. If Rapha can get enough damage off, he's able to contest this Mega. And that's what Rapha's trying to do right now. Because right now, Evil has map lead. He got a lot of damage off. So, Rapha's probably going to push this. And now he has to back off because he took a lot of damage. Yeah, the overstack decreases over time. Thank you. I left that out. So now, what ends up happening is Evil is in an infinitely better spot than Rapha. So, Evil's probably going to take this yellow armor. And he's going to challenge Rapha probably somewhere over on the other side of the map. And then he's going to grab the Mega. He's looking for the damage now. He doesn't see it, but he will be trying to take this red first. Rapha's going to catch him out here. This is really important for Rapha, because now this essentially secures red for Rapha, and he can go now rush towards Mega, and he can deny the yellow armor as well. That was huge for Rapha. That's going to give Rapha control for like another 3 minutes of the game. Rapha has full control right now, by the way. So he's now going to try to get, he's going to deny the yellow armor over here. It's very important he does that, because then that just locks Evil out for even longer. So Rapha's going to rush over to red, try to get red. And he's gonna start looking for cooler. Or not cooler. He's going to start looking for Evil. He knows Evil is going to want to do a lot of damage here. He gets a lot of damage off early on. However, Rapha still has, like, technically better position, because Evil had no way out. So now Rapha gets more map control. He has very little armor, so he has to rush over to this yellow armor, and he has to take as minimal damage as possible. He grabs the yellow armor, and now he has to rush over to the red, but Evil manages to get better position. So Rapha's just got to do damage there. And now he gets the yellow, and then he can get some, like, more, he gets more HP. He needs to now start controlling yellow and red a bit more. And Mega's coming up after this yellow. So he's going to try to get this yellow, and he might concede Mega. He has to do that because his armor stack is too low to fight Mega. A lot to talk about. So now he knows that Evil is over by red. He took red. So what Rapha's going to do is he's going to rush over to Mega, and he's going to be able to deny more yellow. So that's going to put Rapha at 200, 150. However, he needs to avoid damage. So what Rapha's plan is now, since Evil managed to deny that yellow from him, Rapha's plan of attack now is to catch Evil out, and then he's going to look for that red armor. That red armor is very important for this next cycle, because that dictates who's in control. So Rapha's trying to get damage off. He doesn't have the right weapons. He needs to take this yellow armor, and then he needs to set up for red. He's gonna get the railgun, because railgun's pretty important to decrease stack. He knows Evil got red. That's what he conceded. He conceded red for a railgun, and now he's gonna set up a fight here. And he knows Evil's going to do the same, so they're both expecting each other. And at this point, it's whoever manages to have the better position and who gets initial damage. So Rapha got bullied off because he wasn't like entirely in position. And Evil takes a lot of nail gun there, and that potentially decreased his stack to be about the same as Rapha. Rapha has to now find a way out. Evil is very aggressive here, but they both trade a lot of damage. So now it looks like Rapha's trying to get these yellow armors. As the caster just said, Evil knows he's trying to get these yellows. So potentially, Evil's going to set up to try to kill him here. So Rapha managed to get one yellow. Mega's coming up. I think Rapha is just trying to get the armors to get in a better spot. Because if he concedes Mega, he can at least kind of know where Evil's at. And he knows that it's kind of safe that Evil's probably looking for Rapha at the yellows. So Rapha's now just trying to bide his time, keep stacking, keep his HP up for the next Mega. And if you notice, the timers are really synced right now. So Rapha's going to have to make a choice whether he wants the Mega or the red. And potentially what's going to happen here is Rapha's going to try to deny the red from Evil so that he does a lot of damage off, and he can either fall back to Mega if needed, or he can go forward, push the red, and get the Mega as well. So as you can see, Rapha's trying to opt in for doing damage. He doesn't want to commit too hard though, because the harder he commits, the more damage he takes. So it looks like they just trade heavies there, which is really good. Evil's going to set up for a rail, which will decrease Rapha's stack by 80, and that's really good. Evil denied a yellow armor, which is very good. It keeps Rapha out, and he just hit an amazing rocket. Evil's now going to deny this yellow armor, and Rapha's going to be in a very tough spot. Exactly what the caster just said. Evil has to find a way to trap Rapha. He just took a really, really strong rocket. He's still able to get the Mega because he has better position. I don't think Rapha realized he was actually going to take that. He might have. I might be wrong in saying that. But now Rapha's job is to deny the heavy. And he can't really do that, but he's trying to get some poke damage. Poke damage assures that you do damage so that you both have at least like somewhat closer stacks, or at least make sure he's not full control. Evil got a lot of LG out. Rapha dies there. Technically speaking, Rapha had the better position. He set the better trap, and he got the first damage off. But Evil hit some incredible LG there, which really, really boosted him. So Rapha just died.
He went for the frag movie play, the highlight reel, but there was no highlight reel there for him.
Rapha just got fragged twice. Evil made a really good decision there because he knew Rapha was going to spawn on that side of the map, and this now allows Evil to have full control of the map for like another minute and a half.
Evil sending Rapha straight down into the fiery.
But he has to get one yellow, and he has to get one Mega to really have full control. He got the yellow, he needs to get the Mega, and then he can't take a lot of damage. If he takes damage, that equalizes stacks. So Evil's going to play it really a lot more slow, and he's going to set up to try to trap Rapha. He knows the other yellow is in like a few seconds, so he's going to try to catch Rapha out here because he knows Rapha needs it. However, since he knows that Rapha needs it and Rapha knows that he needs it, Rapha's going to play on the other side of the map to set up for heavy, which is red armor. And then he's going to try to get damage off while taking the red armor. There's a lot of metagame to Quake. So now Evil's going to try to get better position to trap Rapha. He sees that Heavy's up. He's looking for Rapha because he knows he's looking for it. Evil's going to try to just take this for free, and I think he gets punished for it. I don't remember. Okay, he doesn't get punished for it. He doesn't get caught out. However, Mega's up, and now Evil has full control. Rapha opted in to take the key, so he has the upper area control, so that Evil can't just fully, like, have free movement. Okay, so now Evil knows approximately where he is, and now he has to play it kind of slow. He almost got caught out there. He's just got to run. He's got to keep the yellows, and he's got to keep the reds. He knows exactly where Evil is. He gets caught out here, but he tries to run. He actually gets away. It's very surprising he got away there. He should not have gotten away in that situation. Rapha manages to get the red, and he takes so much LG damage, but Evil's just he fucked him. That's best way to say it. Rapha got fucked there. Rapha is now completely reset. He needs to go ahead and get the he needs to get HP, and he needs to get the yellows. Red is up soon. Evil knows it. He's gonna set up to deny any sort of positional advantage Rapha has. Got a rail, which is really good for Evil. It just keeps resetting Rapha, and he's gonna try to kill him. If he can't kill him, all Rapha's doing right now is delaying so that he can get the mega health. However, I don't think he denied it fast enough. He messed up his movement, which is absolutely perfect for Rapha. I don't think he can test mega. No, he doesn't. He messes up the jump. Rapha now is going to opt in for armor, weapons, etc. He misses a rail. That rail would have been huge for Rapha. But it's Rapha. Rapha knows how to play around things like that. It's 2-2. Exactly what the caster said. They're going to try to take it OT. Rapha's just trying to bide his time. He's trying to get out because he doesn't have like any real major control. He's going to grab red, and he's going to try to catch Evil out here. Rapha was kind of out of position there, so he has to back up. However, Evil manages to get the mega, but at a cost of about 100 damage. So now they're both kind of equal stack. Evil's still in the lead because he has the key and he has better position right now. So Rapha's whole job here is to just whittle away, bide his time, try to play for overtime. He hits an incredible rail. That puts Rapha in position for red. He manages to get the red, but takes 80 damage and then gives 80 damage in return. Jesus Christ, this is a lot to talk about. But Rapha ended up winning that exchange right there. So now Rapha's going to quickly set up for this yellow armor, which is on this side of the map, I think. And he's then going to try to take Mega, and he's going to try to get a kill on Evil. That's the way this is going to work. Oh no, the yellow's over there. My bad. Evil's just trying to stay alive. Evil is in a very bad spot, but he kind of needs to do damage on this Mega. He got a little bit beforehand. So now Rapha is in full control. He needs to set up for this red armor, which he has. Good God, there's just so much. He eats a fucking direct rocket. That direct rocket was crazy. That pushes Rapha back a little bit. So now they're definitely playing for overtime. Evil's just gonna wait. He's gonna see what happens. He's going to well, he mistimed. He mistimed Mega. That's unfortunate. But 10 seconds essentially till overtime. Overtime is 120 extra seconds, and it keeps adding up the more overtime you're in. So it'll be 120, 120, 120. Evil needs to get out of here because he obviously isn't in fighting shape.
This is a very bad spot indeed for Evil. He has to play hide and seek now. He has to be the guy hiding.
Evil's gonna try to take yellow. He managed to mess up a little bit of the timing. He hits a really good rail on Rapha. That rail still sets him up in a position to where he can get 2 rails. 160 damage for 100 is really good. Rapha is losing this exchange pretty hard, even though Evil's still behind. Evil's gonna try to get more railgun because, like I said, rail's very important for denying stack. Evil's also gonna take this yellow armor. Please, yes, okay. Now Evil's whole job is to set up for this red, deny damage. It looks like he's not set up for position there. So he's just gonna, okay. So he was out of position. He was trying to listen, I guess, for Rapha. He heard where he was. He set up in the better position. Rapha messed up his jump. So Rapha is now pretty much denied this red armor. And what Rapha's going to do is he's going to deny this as long as possible so that he can end up in a better position set up for Mega when Mega comes around.
Dangerous, but if you can delay that red armor so that Mega spawns as it's still up.
Okay, so Rapha has now gone to Mega. Evil knows it. Evil's setting up for it. He's gonna actually trade here. It's better interest for him to do that. And then he's gonna set up to deny yellows. So he's got to do damage before he denies these yellow though. It's kind of important to do that because then it assures that if you do have a mutual trade, you're gonna set up in the better position. Rapha's in better position now. He's kind of stuck. This is all about LG Duel. He get the red. Rapha manages to get away. Evil has a better stack. I don't know why he tried to rocket jump there. What the hell is he doing? I don't know why he did that. He manages to get the Mega though, but they're both still roughly even. Even though Evil has both of the yellows, Rapha is still at approximately 100 HP and 114 to 39 versus 100 0. It's still like, it's very close, right? That's like one rail, one kind of good rocket, a bit of LG damage. So they're roughly even. However, Evil still is in a better spot. He has the key. He can control all of upper. He manages to get a rail, which is very good. Evil is now extremely ahead. It just went into overtime number 2. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So they're switching between the two to see the stacks for the spectators. Like I said, they're about even on stack. This red armor and this Mega is very important here. They're both going to try to fight over it, but Evil's going to opt in for the Mega. Rapha's going to hear that. He's going to start going for the red, and he's going to wait for Evil because he knows Evil's ahead now. It's just so much metagame. He's going to take the yellow, and he knows exactly where Rapha is. That yellow allowed him for so much room. He knows he's going to go through the teleport. He's going to take that, and he's looking to get damage on Rapha because Rapha's going to be looking for damage on him while also trying to control the yellows. Oh, good lord. So it's Evil's job now to just keep focusing map control because he's really far ahead. All right. So red's up. Rapha's going to take it, it looks like. But he's also looking for damage, I guess. Oh, Rapha's taking a lot of damage here. He lost the engagement because of that. But he also has health and armor because Evil didn't deny this armor. So now Evil's still a little ahead. Rapha's looking to get him in a trap, which is why he keeps walking. He knows he's going to come this way. He gets 76 and 100 damage. Totally negates the Mega and the red that Evil got. Ugh. So overtime number 3. It's crazy. Eventually, Rapha's gonna have to find a way to get the armor and Mega without taking any damage. Rapha's taken a lot of damage here though, so he is forced to back up. Otherwise, he risks dying. Ugh. So much talking.
Oh, there you go. Nice connection, but he was going to have to do more than that.
Okay, so now it's up to Evil to find Rapha. That's why he's sitting in these lower portions, because that's Rapha's route of escape and movement right now, because Rapha knows he is key. However, Rapha knows that he has upper control, so he knows he's going to go for lower control as well. So now Rapha's probably somewhere up on the upper portion of the map. Yep, there he is. And he's trying to just deny Evil. He's going to try to juke him out here. He hits really good rocket damage here. He's trying so hard to get this frag, but Rapha ends up managing to get away. Rapha can't contest that red because he's too low. He's going to be trying to get HP and armor. I think Evil manages to catch him out here. However, he gets the Mega. So now they're, again, about even stack. Okay, I'm actually completely wrong. I forgot he got red. Since he got red, Evil's in a better spot, and since he hit that rail, he's now in an incredibly good spot. I love that all the Quakers are coming out of the woodworks for Egg game. Yeah, Egg is going to be great. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Crayfus. Hopefully you're enjoying my subpar commentary on the Rapha Evil 2016 Quakecon Elder game. Ugh. I'm trying to explain it for a lot of the people that don't really play Quake in my chat. So now, oh, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Intimizir? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully I'll be deserving of that follow. Yes, like Killa. Killa is new to Quake here. Thank you so much, Crayfus, for the follow as well. Hopefully I'll be deserving of it, and I'll be good entertainment today. We're going to be looking for a lot of duels today. We're going to be grinding it. That's for sure. Okay, so what just happened? Okay, so Evil's ahead. He hit a really good rail on Rapha. Rapha's still behind. Yeah, I got the Wood Racer, Sandra.
And that's going to be very unfortunate for Evil, but
so now,
will be able to impose Duel onto this Mega Health. And once again, maybe
I guess I missed something. My bad. Why are you not a hired caster? Because I'm not good at casting. I'm just good at explaining things because I played Quake Champions competitive duel. That makes me an expert, right? Oh god. Analyst desk. There you go. Okay, so Evil just got the Mega, and I think he got the red. I missed something, or wasn't paying attention. So this is... Evil has full control right now. What Evil needs to do now is he needs to deny these yellows while also looking for damage. And since he has Key, that allows him to do that freely. Coachings. Yeah, there you go. See, okay, so Evil's setting up for damage here. Rapha thought he's over there, so he did a spam rocket. This is really good for Evil, but Evil made a lot of noise. Since he goes through the teleporter, Rapha heard that, so he tried to get a really cheeky rocket off to knock Evil's stack down. He timed it, he mistimed it. So now Evil knows he's going to be over there. He's going to try to cut him off lower because he knows Rapha has to go it. He misses, Rapha's able to get away. It's a game of cat and mouse at this point. That's all this match was. And it shows how much depth there is to this game and how much metagame and countering the metagame there is. So now Evil has to make a decision. He has to either take this red armor right away and potentially miss out on damage on Rapha for taking this yellow. So it looks like he's going to try to get that damage off. That's why he's walking. He knows he picked up... oh wait, wrong timing. So, my bad. So Rapha's probably somewhere down here. Evil's going to take this. He's going to go back for this armor, I think. Or he's going to go for this armor. Something like that. And then he's going to go for Mega. I'm pretty sure. He messed up the jump though, so that kind of messes up his timing. And so now he's trying to set up for this yellow armor because he knows Rapha needs it. He manages to hit a good 50. But he's taking so much damage from LG, and he's trying to set up a better position. That's why he rocket jumped there. However, this rocket right here is going to do so much damage, and now Evil has to back up to this Mega, and Rapha's going to chase that, I think. He hits an incredible rail. So now he's going to try to get to that Mega and do damage. But Evil managed to get the Mega and get away somewhat freely. He misses the rail. He hits the rail on Rapha. And now Rapha... Because he hit that rail, he instantly evened out the stacks again. Everything is pretty even, except Evil still has full control of the map in terms of positioning. Evil's looking to do damage there on Rapha. He thought he was going to be going up a jump pad. Or teleporter or something. So now, Evil's going to try to get damage off on Rapha and try to deny this red from him. He should be able to get that pretty freely. He doesn't want to risk jumping across and getting LG'd into the lava, so that's why he dropped and rocket jumped up. Mega is the 4 times buff? No. There's no damage multiplier in Duel. So the best way to think about it is the red and the blue give plus 100. The blue gives plus 100 HP, the red gives plus 100 armor. Instantly. It's not like a regeneration thing. And so yellow gives plus 50, and there are 2 yellows, so that's plus 100 on yellows. And every 25 seconds, the armors come up. So 25 for red, 25 for yellow, 25 for yellow. Mega, on the other hand, to help balance out and make it to where every, I think, 2 minutes and 30 seconds control can flip, Mega is 35 seconds on respawn time. So as you can see, he just picked up the red, and now it's 25 seconds. And anytime you're out of control, or at least somewhat in an alright fighting position, you always want to try to deny as much of that red or Mega as possible. And you want to do damage. And so Rapha, that's why I tried to get that rail off. I don't know a lot about Quake. It's you take it in strides. You take what you can get. Every little bit of information helps. I just played some Splitgate. Yeah, Splitgate was pretty fun. No. That's called quad damage, Killa. Quad damage is in all the FFA modes. Except in Quake Live, which is what this game is, quad damage is only 3 times. So Evil just had a major fuck up here. He thought Rapha was going to be contesting over in this area, but instead, while he was doing that, Rapha was able to get full control over here and position for Mega. So what's going to end up happening now is Rapha's going to try to fight him at this Mega. Oh, maybe not. I misread that entire situation. Oh, he was just looking for damage. Okay, he mistimed the damage, it looks like. So because he missed that rail, it put Evil in a very good spot. However, there's always a catch. Evil is in not the greatest position right now. So what's going to end up happening here is there's going to be a battle in this mid section. It's probably going to be a rail battle. And whoever, how do they count points in dual frags? Yes, thank you, Strict Haste. I appreciate it. So there's probably going to be a rail battle here. Whoever ends up hitting 1 rail or 2 rails is going to be in a very good position. However, because Rapha knows this, he's going to be probably setting up somewhere else. And even though the high ground is really good here, he might try to catch him out like under here, behind him. And so what Evil's trying to do now is he's trying to spam rockets to find where he is. It's not 100% guaranteed, but there's a lot of angles you can do and know that if you shoot it there and he's in a close enough position, he will take damage. So as you can tell, Rapha didn't take damage here. Evil's still trying to clear this out. And so what's going to end up happening here is Rapha's going to try to go for a rail either down here or to where Evil just was. Evil knows this. So he's going to try to get the high ground. And since Rapha wasn't down there, he was up here. He was able to get better positioning and get the jump on Rapha. So all Rapha is doing now, again, is trying to deny, trying to bide time for this mega spawn, and so they can fight over it. So he's just trying so hard to deny this. Evil knows that. But Evil has to kind of clear this out, otherwise he will take a lot of damage. As you can tell, Rapha is doing a significant amount more damage than Evil is. So at one point, the opportunity cost for going for this heavy is not worth it. But he manages to hit a rail. Rapha missed. That instantly puts Evil in a better position. But Rapha managed to deny it long enough to where he can go ahead and get to Mega. Evil knows this. He's probably going to end up turning to the left immediately, going for the Mega and fucking fighting. Yep, here we go. He knows he got the red. Rapha probably instantly backed up after that. Yep, there he is. They went for the rail fight. They're still going for the rail fight. Rapha's now going for this yellow armor over here, which means Evil can now freely get red and Mega. However, after he gets this red, he's probably going to go over here to try to deny Rapha the yellow armor. But he took a rail, so that means that red he just got was, instead of getting 100, it was only 20. And also, I think his stack wasn't high enough to get the full benefit anyway. Fucking didn't uncap my water. So now Rapha is in a better position for this Mega. He knows that. Rapha was managing to get in position, which is incredible, by the way. Because he was able to do this, it instantly evens out stacks. Evil needs to GTFO right now, otherwise he's going to die and he's going to be a frag down with only 5 seconds left on OT. This is Evil overtime number 4. Holy shit, a lot of explanation. So now Evil needs to get this yellow. This yellow is so important for Evil, and he needs to not take damage, because then that allows him to go get red armor. However, since red armor's up earlier, Rapha might try to deny that before yellow comes up. When I'm not kidding when I say that these two have played so much that they constantly know how the other one is going to one-up them, so they try to do something that they know they don't know, and it just turns into this big mind game of who can counter the other counter to other the counter and the other the counter. It's like, it's a ladder. It's a ladder. That's what it is. Who can climb higher on the ladder than the other person?
So much endurance, so much focus is required from both players.
So Raph is spamming out this area with grenades. Grenades do 100 damage on direct hits. So if Evil were to run into any one of these grenades, he would take 100 damage, at least. He saw Rapha. He had the railgun out. I don't know why he didn't shoot there. I think he like missaw and didn't realize it. So now he's trying to get in position for this red armor. Rapha now has essentially full control except the key. If he got the key, this game would be really over really fast. But he managed to hit 100 damage, completely negates the mega. So now it's all up to Evil to try to finish the kill here. He can do it. However, there's always a however. He takes a direct rocket here. And so now Evil has to back up. He's going to try to grab this red armor quickly, fast enough that Rapha won't manage to do any more damage than what he's already done here. And Rapha's setting up. Evil's trying to get away. Rapha almost hit a really good direct rocket, if he predicted it better. So now it's Evil's job to get HP and try to stay alive. I don't think he can really contest anything right here, especially because he got hit by another rocket. Ugh. So he's at 50 HP. He's trying to get out of there without taking any damage. It's very important he does that. He now is trying to get armor, HP, and he's trying to deny these yellows from Rapha because Rapha is now in full control. They're now going to fight over this red armor. However, Evil can't full commit right here because Rapha is stacks ahead of him. So he's going to have to try to get a rocket or a rail off or try to hold him midair with LG. And he manages to hit 100 damage. That's really good. So that knocks off at least red or mega. In this case, it would knock off a little of each because red only soaks up, I think, 33% of the armor in Quake Live. I could be wrong on that.
But again, Evil, he always
most likely I'm wrong on that.
Rockets when he truly needs them. But for how long is he going to have that situation going his way?
So right now, both players have had incredible amounts of luck in their rocket positioning. And you can call it luck, you can call it skill. A lot of times, I feel like it really does come down to luck. Not devaluing any of these players, by the way. Don't get me wrong here. I think these are both the cream of the crop here. But it's crazy. So he knows where Rapha is. Rapha hits an incredible rocket. That knocks Evil down so much. Now Evil has to back up really hard, and he has to decide whether he wants Mega or Red. And in this situation, he needs to opt for Mega because his HP and armor dictates that. Hello, Light. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good day at work today. I don't know if you work today, actually. So Rapha knows that he needs Mega, so Rapha's going to show up over here. Evil knows this, so Evil's going to try to bait out Rapha so that he can do damage. It's just a big back and forth. That's why he does that fake rocket jump to act like he's rocket jumping from the stairs to the Mega. You hear the weapon switch from Rapha up here. Rapha probably switched to LG. It's a bad weapon switch because of the bait. And now Evil is going to try to grab the Mega. It's actually grenade launcher. I was wrong on that. I finished ripping the truck apart, so I came home. Nice. Good, like. Can play Diabolical. Okay, so now Evil managed to get Mega somewhat free, and he managed to get yellow armor. Now what ends up happening is, since Rapha got heavy, they're going to be fighting over this next yellow here. And they're going to be trying to do as much damage as possible. Every item on this map, like every armor and health, is so important. It's so important. Let's see what Diabolical's at. Not yet. No updates yet. So Evil managed to get that,
I don't think anything has ever happened like this in a grand
which now puts him in a really good position for heavy. However, that rail was so important because it knocks him into lava, and lava does a fucking boatload of damage. I'm talking about a full titty-ass load of damage. And Evil managed to do some return fire. However, Rapha's still in a better position because he has the high ground. Evil has to back up and reposition. He takes an incredible amount of damage. Now he's overcommitted. He is extremely overcommitted. But Rapha's in the air, so he can LG hold him. So this comes down to whoever has the better rockets or LG. And he does, I'm not kidding when I say this, I think he does like close to 170 amount worth of damage. So that puts Rapha at roughly 30 HP, 40 HP, while Evil has 4188. So that combined total is 129 stack versus Rapha's 40. So now Evil has to go ahead and find where Rapha is to get the kill. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He almost lands a good prediction, Rocket. Rapha just needs to get health. That's exactly what he was going for. He's going to get this armor. I think Evil is going to show up over here by the red, and then Rapha's going to get fucked.
I don't know how he got out of there alive, but Evil somehow is still breathing. One frag really makes it.
So, in that whole trade, by the way, LG always wins in air exchanges unless the guy is just absolutely dumb at dodging.
Difference in this series, right, or rather in this situation, and it looks like a good idea where Evil is, and he doesn't have many options
Also, the LG and Railgun emit a small buzz that the other player can hear.
at the moment.
He hits a really nice rail that just resets Rapha. Rapha can't contest this red. He tries to, he manages to get it, and he manages to get away damage free. Evil knows this, so he's able to deny this armor, and they're both about 100-100 right now. That's the advantage of Spectator, is you get to, you just know, you get to read both sides, and it's such a fun experience to do. So now Evil's just going to try to stay in this lower area so he can manage to get more stack. I think he's going to try to get upper control. I don't know why he would. The issue with going for upper control is he's not the greatest stack, and upper is like really hard committing to things. We're about roughly 30 seconds away from overtime 7. Evil is trying to not get caught out, not take damage. So he can be in a better position for Mega. He saw that he didn't pick up the yellow, so Evil's going to try to back away and try to get yellow. This yellow, I should specify, not the other one. 10 seconds till the next overtime, yep. Ugh. So we've gone through 7 times 20 overtimes, or 7 times 120. So roughly that's 840 seconds of overtime. Each duels are 10 minutes long, so I think that's 300 seconds each. So we're crazy far into this duel. So Rapha did a lot of really aggressive damage there. He knows where Evil is. He's doing a lot of damage. Evil's going to try to get away. Rapha has to chase this if he wants to win. He manages to get the kill. However, where's my mouse? However, he manages to get red and Mega. Evil is now in a really fucking difficult situation where he has to manage to knock down 100 or pretty much 200 stack. I know it's not exactly 200, but just for simplicity's sake, the yellow armor's coming up. He's gonna have to grab it, etc. So Evil's in a very tough spot right now, and it's up to Evil to be aggressive now.
A Hail Mary, something, but Rapha's stack is unbelievable, and
Evil gets caught out of position really hard here, but he manages to get 2 rails. Rapha gets the follow-up kill, but if you notice his HP, it's really low. This yellow health bubble right here gives 50 HP, so he's gonna have a total of 87 HP. But unbeknownst to a lot of people, I'd like to say most people don't realize this, when you spawn in Quake, you have 100 HP, 0 armor. So essentially both parties are equalized. The only department Rapha has an advantage in is his weapons. So technically speaking, if Evil can get a power weapon, one of the Trinity, which is Rocket Rail LG, if he can get one of those and set up in a position before Rapha can get any health or armor, he can potentially get a refrag here. People call that refragging off spawn. And you're going to see things are going to happen really quick. Oh.
That's enough, but he is low.
They couldn't get a frag in 12 minutes.
So as you can tell, Evil got one of the Trinity weapons. He tried to go for a prediction rail. That's why he pre-fired it. You'll notice a lot of pros know how to pre-fire spots like this. He misses though. Red is up, and all Evil has to do is grab red and somehow get away damage free and get mega, and that puts him in a better spot. Damage is in 8 seconds. Rapha knows this, so he's trying to set up for damage on Evil. He got a grenade launcher damage off, which does a little bit. Rapha now is equalized stacks. Not anymore, but they're both still kind of close. Evil has to get this within the next 40 seconds. Rapha gets incredible amounts of LG, but as you notice, he backs up. He doesn't go for the kill, because if he kept going for the kill, he would have taken exorbitant amounts of rocket damage, which would have ended up flipping the game to Evil's side. And however, since he knew Evil was going to jump across, he was able to re-peek with LG, and now Evil is back to 100 HP. And he has to go for that red, sadly. So he uses 2 rocket jumps, and he loses a lot of HP. So now Evil's going to try to get a lot of HP. He's going to go for this yellow bubble. Instead, I think he opts out for it to try to catch Rapha out, because he knows Rapha's looking for the kill at the yellow bubble. Very good read by Evil. Now Rapha's at the yellow. If Evil can manage at least one more rail that flips, or at least negates the position that Rapha is in. He gets it, and I misread the situation. That's the kill. He needs one more kill in roughly 15 seconds in order to tie the game and go into overtime 8. Can he do it? Ladies and gentlemen, let's find out. He manages to get the key. 10 seconds left. He has to find Rapha. He knows Rapha's going for the LG, or he knows Rapha's going for the last row because he thought Evil was going to go towards the heavy and mega. This game is fucking insane. We're in overtime 8. Let's go. And because he managed to do that, he managed to get red and mega, which will now lead towards full control on Evil. Rapha has approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds to wait out so control flips, and he has to do damage all within that time period and not take a lot of damage so he can contest and try to flip control. Holy fuck.
Rapha, how does he survive? He's done it. I mean, I asked this question. He's shown us time and time again that he can find a
red is coming up. I think Rapha is going to try to get a rail off here. He might try to go for 2. It's very important he goes for these. Oh, he missed the jump. He manages to take a lot of damage here. Really not good with Rapha. However, he manages to get a return rail and deal a good amount of damage as well. But Evil's still in the better position here. Evil's trying to cut Rapha off, as the caster just said. He manages to do another rail. He gets the armor. He's going to try to find Rapha out. He misses the rocket jump, though. So instead, he's going to go for the rail here. He misses. Rapha has 8 HP. He's going to drop for this. Rapha knows exactly where he is. So instead, he's going to try to juke him out here. It's very important Rapha gets away here. 1 minute left on the clock. Rapha is trying to reset so hard here.
Rapha, get him on his screen, and I think he's going to be able to connect those rails, but Rapha is slowly being able to build up his stack. Evil's got to be careful not to get too far ahead of himself, not to rush himself, because he still has the better
Holy
situation.
Shit.
And he doesn't want to take a massive risk and throw it all away.
So Rapha, what Rapha is essentially doing here, he is slowing down the game. I should have explained this way earlier. Slowing down the game is very important when you're behind, and it's very important when you're super far ahead. But because this game is so far behind, it's on Rapha to slow the game down so that he can manage to slowly chip away at Evil's control so he can come back in this game. And Evil, and to credit to Evil here, he's managed to keep 100 stack when Rapha has full control. Or my bad, Rapha's managed to keep my bad. I flipped the characters. Take everything I just said and flip the characters. Evil's in control here. Rapha needs to get control and chip away at Evil. And granted, you got to give credit where it's due. Rapha managed to keep 100-100 stack this entire time, which is an incredible feat to do, especially when you're playing someone like Evil, who is both of these players are very positional based, but Evil undoubtedly has better aim than Rapha. And so he can set up better positional traps. Rapha manages to get away here, but he needs to get yellow armor. Because as you can see, he's at 200-200. He knows where he's going. He's going to grab the red. He's going to try to cut him off upper. That's why he goes through this teleporter. However, Rapha knows that, so he's going to run the other way. But he manages to get a rail off, which is really good. He's going for the other yellow. He manages to get it. He gets away. He hits a rail. Stacks are about equalized again. We're in OT number 9 now.
Evil is going to stop that Mega again, and the red is up on the spot. Rapha doesn't feel comfortable to take it, and honestly, he's not amazingly strong, although he is actually stacking up on those.
So Evil gets red. Rapha and Mega. He hits a 100 damage rocket. Resets Rapha entirely. Rapha's now at 100-0. So now it's up to Evil to start trapping Rapha to win the game, because he has full control, and the only thing Rapha has on him is 1 yellow. Evil's going to take this Mega, he's going to rush over to red, and Rapha's going to take the red from Evil because that resets his stack. Even if he were to take 80 damage, Rapha's stack is low enough to where that's perfectly acceptable. Rapha now has 2 options of exit. He has towards the left, which loops back around all the way this way towards the center area, or he can go through the teleporter, which puts him roughly over here somewhere. If he goes through the teleporter, he almost 100% dies. But however, since Evil knows that Rapha's going to sort of slow play it, he's able to get a better position to where if he were to go back this way, he would take a rail, and if he were to go this way, he can set up by cutting off up here or down here. Rapha manages to get away through this way, so now Evil's going to try to deny this yellow armor and get another rail off. He gets the yellow, and now that puts him ahead. It's very good damage from Evil, so Evil's now... He just needs to chase him at this point. And he gets it. We have a minute left for Rapha to get back in the lead, to get into overtime 10. However, Rapha knows he did a lot of damage, and so he was low. But because Rapha fell, and he took all that LG damage, that's why he lost that. 40 seconds until overtime 10. Rapha has to get 2 kills. He knows Evil is really low here. He manages to deny the Mega. Now Rapha is going to have to fucking butt rush him. But Rapha, being the player he is, very smart, always has an idea where Evil is. He does a lot of damage. 20 seconds left to get 2 frags. Rapha needs to rocket jump to this red, and he needs to cut him off over in the lower part of the map. However, he takes upper portion because he knows, like, it's just a big metagame. So he took a really good direct rocket there, and because of that, it resets his stack entirely, and that pretty much forces this game to be over. 10 seconds to get 2 frags is very possible, but with the stack he has, it's too low, and that's game. That is game. It is crazy.